Mm-mm. I'm feeling deep inside. Oh
That's what she
yeah.
said.
Anthony on Air podcast back for another episode. Amber Heard, Johnny Depp, day 12. Ghislaine Maxwell back in the news there, Frankie C. Her convictions, two of them, tossed.
What?
Dunzo. I know. Joe Biden's shocking alias revealed from the Hunter Biden laptop leaks. We'll get into that. Plus, a little TV segment. James Corden announces he's leaving. Ellen is out. And Piers Morgan might be the new king of TV.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about a lot of things, but we're going to go with it. Madison Cawthorne, guy's a legend. I mean, and every day we get a new Madison Cawthorne story. That's just insane. Plus, the dude who got caught cheating at Disney, Jennifer Grey, is dirty dancing again. Paul McCartney brings back John, and we're still banned on Facebook.
Yep.
The show that is too hot for Facebook starts right now. Frankie C is here. How you doing, big dog?
I am doing okay, my friend. Glad to see everybody in the chat. Having a great Friday.
All right, let's go. Amber Heard, Johnny Depp trial, day 12.
Mm-hmm.
This was a day. The defense, well, I guess, I don't know, Amber Heard's lawyer, I should say,
Sure.
Asked Johnny Depp's bodyguard if he ever saw Johnny Depp's Depp.
What?
Yeah.
Johnny Depp's what?
His you know what.
Well, Depp isn't any kind of term for anything.
It is now, my friend. It is now.
Yeah, right.
They were up on the stand. By the way, Johnny just absolutely cackling, laughing hysterical over the line of questioning.
Why is that a relevant question?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I have no idea where this guy was going with this. Do you want to hear it?
Sure.
Okay, here it is.
No, just a shouting.
And then you went in the house and saw Mr. Depp in the foyer, correct?
Yes, correct.
And Mr. Depp was trying to urinate in the foyer, wasn't he?
No.
Mr. Depp had his penis out of his pants, didn't he?
I think I would remember.
Relevance.
Mr. Depp.
I'll allow. Next question.
And you were trying to get Mr. Depp out of the house, correct?
So he said, I don't know if you could hear him, but he faintly in the background said, I think I would remember if I saw Johnny Depp's penis.
Yeah, that's something that kind of stands out in your mind.
Yeah.
What the hell? I mean, I'm sure Amber Heard was like, asking him about this, asking him about that.
Yeah, because I think it was her recount of something that happened. So she said that he was trying to take a leak in the foyer, which, according to the security guard, wasn't true.
It's his foyer, right?
Yeah, I guess it is his foyer, Frank.
Take a leak anywhere you want in your own house.
Where have you miterated in your house outside of the bathroom? You ever go anywhere else in the house?
I have not. Why would I even have to think about that? No, I have not. I haven't gone outside, inside. It's always been in the same place it always goes.
Okay, not here, but in my childhood home.
No, go ahead.
The whole closet. In my childhood home where I grew up, coming home from school one day.
Oh, boy.
I get home, mom's out, dad's out, door's locked. Look in my bag. Uh-oh, I forgot my key. I've got to go so bad. Went around back.
In the yard.
In the yard, yeah.
Don't you have neighbors that you know? Yeah, I remember where you live. Do you have people next door that you could have gone to?
That's a good, yeah, you know what? I don't know why I didn't do that.
I think you just wanted to. See, this is one of those things. You wanted an excuse to pee outside. And he said, well, I couldn't get in the house. What was I supposed to do?
I don't know. Maybe they weren't home either. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But I remember just going in the yard and just being like, I can't. And where I lived there, you remember the houses. It was one house on top of the other.
Oh, yeah.
All had back windows. So I remember just like literally just leaning into the corner of the fence.
Yeah.
Trying to find a spot where nobody could see.
Yeah, you didn't look like a giant weirdo.
Yeah.
I mean, you could pee anywhere you want, but inside your house, as long as you're not,
Oh, what are you saying? I'm an animal now?
Exposed to the neighbors, I guess.
Well, I had to go really bad. It was
ring the bell. Hey, I can't get in my house.
You think it's better to bother a neighbor for that, what would you do right now if you locked yourself out of your house? Would you go to a
Right
neighbor?
now,
or would you
I
just
would
go tinkles in the bushes in the
Well,
back.
right
of your
now,
house?
I'd have my phone on me. I'd call someone that can get me either in the house or let's see if I.
No, like you gotta go. You can't wait
right.
10 minutes for somebody to show up with a spare key.
What would I do? I'd go to an establishment that has a bathroom, like a Dunkin' Donuts or a place like that. Like I have a car, right? Am I in this situation? Do I have?
You
a
would
car?
get in a car and drive to a Dunkin' Donuts instead of just going in your own yard?
Pee in my.
I don't want to be in my yard either. I'm just saying that, sometimes you got to go.
Sometimes you got to go, but you know what? These days, all these cameras are everywhere. I'm sure there's some kind of camera pointed in my yard from somewhere. God knows from where.
I hate to remind you what Jay Sabs would be calling you right now if she were on the show.
Who cares?
Yeah.
But I want to say hi to where is it? Someone called me the man, and I should have pointed it out. There we go. Mike Nelson. I have to. You didn't point it out, so I'm going to point it out. Mike Nelson.
Well, there's a lot of comments.
You're the man.
There's a lot of comments.
Yeah, we didn't get to any of them yet.
All right. Well, that was when I was a kid. Okay, I also knew somebody, a little bit of a drinking problem at times. Please don't ask me to reveal who this is because it's far too embarrassing. No, I don't want to give. I also don't want to dig it up. But right. I knew somebody who loved to drink a lot in their own backyard, and then where they lived, they didn't have a bathroom on the first floor of their home. The bathroom was on the second floor.
Okay.
So they would get all kinds of hammered, and instead of going up to the second floor bathroom, they had like a slop sink in the basement.
Oh boy.
And would go in there. I thought that was disgusting. It's a slop sink. I'll grant you that.
But, I mean, you're not doing your dishes in that sink. And as long as it's number one, I guess.
Still kind of gross.
I mean, I don't think you can go number two anywhere but a toilet, right? I mean, we agreed on that? Yeah. Nope, there's a hesitation there.
Well, you threw me off guard there. I didn't realize we were, shifting up from 1 to 2. Right. Yeah, where else are you going to go? I mean, I would do that in the yard if I had to.
Oh, boy.
As long as it's in your yard, it's fine.
As long as you're in your yard, that's the only what's it called? Rule. It has to be it's in your yard. Doesn't matter who could see. Doesn't matter if there's fences.
Would you I would crouch against the fence if I could. Would you knock on a neighbor's door and be like, I got to take a dump really bad. Can I blow up your bathroom, please?
I would see what my situation is regarding where the nearest key to my house is. If I can't get into my house,
it's nowhere.
I'm not getting into my house for hours.
You're not getting in. Your wife's at work in the city.
I go to a restaurant or something.
You might not make it.
I'll make it. I'm not an infant. I can hold it.
I tell the story all the time, but one time I had to go so bad I literally pulled behind a building and was just prepared with a half-hour drive to my house. I pulled behind a building and I was like, just let it go, man. I didn't do it. I wound up fighting. I wound up fighting through it, and I made it home.
All your instincts are telling you not to do it.
But I was like, this is it. I can't sit through this pain any longer. I have to just let this go. This has got to, And I sat there for like a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes, and was just like, just go. Just let it go, man. And
you were behind a building? What? Where were you?
Yeah, it was a weird because I was about to get like on the highway, and there's like no, like my nightmare was I would pull off to the side of the road on the highway, and a cop would pull behind me and be like, "Are you okay? Like, are you broken down?" Like, and I would just be. I couldn't have that. That would have been the worst thing ever. But,
oh boy!
All right, that's
that. No, I have to. I'll find a bathroom somewhere. Yeah. I don't care. Or I mean, I don't live too far from a wooded area. Maybe I take a hike through there
instead of your own backyard where nobody could see you. You got a private backyard. You could find a spot back there.
Not for that, though. I feel like a squirrel.
You let your dog go back there. What's the difference?
That's true.
What's the big deal?
Yeah, but the dog can't use the toilet.
I'd go.
I'd break my window, and I'm getting in my house.
I swear.
I put my
poop
shoe
in
right
your
through the window.
backyard. Listen, I'd poop in your backyard and then send your dog out there to go pick it up. Be like, now you pick it up, see how it feels.
It's nice of you. It's nice.
Let's talk about Ghislaine Maxwell. We haven't talked about her in a while. Oh, let me go back.
Speaking of piles of shit.
Yeah. Let's go back to this for a second. I don't even know what they're doing in this case anymore, other than just providing this weird quasi soap opera entertainment reality show.
How many times can we make John? I think is the name of this show.
It's like I don't even know where half these questions are going. Like, are you trying to prove that the guy took a leak in his own foyer that makes him a bad person? Like, he admitted to having a cocaine problem.
He was fucked up for a while.
Yeah, where are you gonna go? And by the way, he used that to make her look bad because he was like, "Oh, she refused to give me the medication I needed to get off it." So even he won even that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even know what they're doing anymore. I don't know what her lawyers are doing. It all seems like insanity. And
how has this case not been wrapped up already?
It's unbelievable. I kept thinking about that thing you said, the mercy rule, like call the game. And you're so right. Honestly, you're so right.
Flag on the play. That's it. Game over.
Yeah.
Everybody go home. We're going to get pizza. Let's go.
Just completely wipe it. All right, speaking of wipe it, Ghislaine Maxwell, that piece of shit. Oh, actually, let's talk about Jumpstart Coffee Company today.
Okay. The opposite of a piece of shit.
3 cups, my friend.
You had 3 cups today.
And I'm talking about like travel, like the huge ass.
You seem a little wired.
Ready to go. A long day. All
right.
So I had some photo shoots today. I was doing a lot of stuff. I was on my feet all day long. I needed some fuel. Jumpstart Coffee is my go-to. You know that, Frankie C.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Jumpstart Coffee Company dark roast blend right there. Frankie C is showing off. Let me show you this.
Good stuff.
I don't want to brag, but the tumbler. You get that with the subscribe and save, so you can you can subscribe to Jumpstart Coffee Company. You could say, "Hey, Jumpstart, 2 bags every month by me. Drop it off. I don't want to know nothing else," and they'll do it. Sign up. Boom, boom, boom. 3rd month, they drop off the tumbler as well, just to be like, "Hey, thanks for hanging with us." On top of all that, 50% of the proceeds from Jumpstart Coffee Company goes over to the Navy SEAL Foundation. So when you purchase some coffee from them, or you do the subscribe and save, you're helping this podcast, you're helping Jumpstart Coffee Company, you're helping the very people that keep us free here in the United States of America.
And you get a great cup of coffee.
And you get a great cup of coffee.
Bag of coffee.
15% off. Jumpstart Coffee Company. Use the promo code AOA15 when you order with the link in the description below, or go on over and click their link at the homepage of anthonyonair.com.
Boom.
All right. Ghislaine Maxwell. We haven't talked about her in a while. Honestly, nothing has gone on. That's why we're not talking about her. But today, the judge, who was the judge in the case, Alice and Nathan, she actually tossed 2 of her convictions.
She was convicted on what, 6 counts?
I think it was, let me see here, 5 or 6. You just messed me up. I don't know if it was 5 or 6.
It's probably 5. You would know better than I would.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
Here's the thing. 3 of them were conspiracy counts. So she tossed 2 of the 3 conspiracy counts. And the reason why she did that is you can't be convicted of the same crime. That's double jeopardy, right? So if she would have done that, that would have been the double jeopardy thing. That wouldn't have been good. So good move on Alice and Nathan.
Wait a minute. She was convicted of conspiracy.
Yeah.
How would that have been?
3 counts of conspiracy.
Okay. So she tossed 2 of the 3 out.
So she tosses 2 of the 3 out. So she'll get 1 for conspiracy, and the trafficking of minors still applies. And those 2 things will still take her into sentencing, which is supposed to be June. So that's coming up pretty soon too.
Wow.
We'll cover the sentencing, of course. Make sure you stay subscribed to the show, to the channel.
3 counts of conspiracy. There was no difference between all 3 counts?
There was, but you still, you can't get convicted of the same thing more than once. It's double.
No, that's true. But if they're conspiracy to do this, conspiracy to do that,
it was conspiracy
to do A, B, and C. But it was all conspiracy to do A?
It was the same, just with 3 different people.
So that's 3 different crimes, isn't it?
Technically, no. Same crime. Just
If you
on 3 different
so,
people.
but if you murder 3
Why are
people,
you yelling at me? I'm not the United States of
I'm yelling
America.
at you. If you murder 3 different people, yeah, you committed the same crime.
But
but 3 different times.
But you can do that. That's 3 counts. That's 3 counts. That changes the degree of murder. That changes. That murder allows for that. Conspiracy does not.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because conspiracy, you can only conspire technically. You know what I mean? Like it's.
I don't know. I don't know what the technicalities of this were. Because if you conspire to do something to one person and then you conspire to do something to a second person, isn't that 2 different things? 2 different scenarios?
I hear what you're saying. No, I hear what you're saying. But
they weren't it's not like they were in the same. I don't know. I mean, if I rob this house and then I rob that house, then I rob that house.
But
I committed 1 crime, but I did it 3 times.
But that's different though. Robbery and murder and all those things have different degrees. First degree murder, all that kind of stuff. Conspiracy is different.
That doesn't matter. If I same crime 3 times. Murder 1, and murder 1.
Yeah.
That's still 3 counts of murder. It's not 1 count of murder.
Well, the thing to keep in mind here is if she did get convicted, she would have an opportunity to get herself out of it. You know what I mean? Because again,
all right, whatever keeps her in.
Yeah. So I forget what her maximum thing was, like 70 years or something like that behind prison. Now her max penalty, her max years for sentencing is 55 years. So still die there.
That's still the rest of her life.
Still the rest of her awful, shitty life. Yeah.
All right.
I know. I kind of like when I got the text message earlier. I was like, "What?" And then you look into it more, and you're like, "Oh, okay." They're just kind of they're doing all the right things there. So.
I guess so. I mean, I'm sure they would know better than we would. Yeah. But it just seems weird. Like you can't get convicted of the same crime twice.
Mm-hmm.
But this is 2 or 3 different crimes. Like it's the same crime done 3 different times to me.
Yeah,
that's what it seemed like to me. I don't know.
I'm not arguing with you, but
well, stop arguing.
You're very upset with me, and I didn't write any of the laws.
Anyway.
Appeal, we'll keep track of it, of course, and sentencing will be here for as well. So hang with us if that's your thing. Third topic. Joe Biden. Not a great look here for the Bidens once again. This Hunter laptop is the gift that keeps on giving to the conservatives.
What is going on with this thing? I mean, first of all, I would like to know. I would like someone to come out and be like, "This is like not." I don't want someone from the left or someone from the right. I want law enforcement or whoever to come out and be like, "This is real. Here's everything we've got. Take this seriously."
Will I do? Because that's kind of what I've been doing. Is that okay?
No, I want someone who is closely tied to this thing.
Somebody reputable? Is that what you're saying?
Right.
A little insulting. Well, I feel like I am reputable enough. I do know what I'm talking about. This is real, and here's the latest.
Whoa, look at this. Jack me off for $2. Driving to the casino, 10% of the profits to AOA's chat.
Nice.
I don't know, man.
I'm rooting for you, Jack.
Yeah. Put $20 on Red 15. I don't even know if Red 15 is a thing.
I would love to know your game of choice, Mr. Mehoff.
Right.
What are you going for if you're walking into a casino right now, Frank? Where are you going? What's the first game you're
Blackjack.
playing? Me too.
I like it, but it's an easy game to just sit there and last time I went to a casino, played blackjack. I played blackjack and I sat down. I wouldn't mind it if they teased me a little. If they let if I hung in there.
Like your nipples played with? Is that what you're talking about? A little bit.
Okay. If they would have just I could have just handed them my money and left, and that would have been, I felt like I just sat down and gave them my money and walked out.
Yeah,
That's
cold
how
cards.
easy. Cold cards, cold everything. I went up for a little bit. I had, I was up maybe $50-$60. I only play like $15 hands. And then I double, when I get cocky, I throw in an extra 10 or an extra 15, and I go up and down, up and down, up and down. And then I was up for like 2 minutes. And then I just kept handing the money. I was like, all right, this isn't even fun anymore. And I just want it to be fun. At least, play with me a little bit. That's what I want. I don't want to be, I just sit down and I lose every freaking hand.
All right, so there you go. If there's any pit bosses out there listening, next time Frank walks into your casino, tweak his nips a little bit.
Give me a little tweak.
Craps is his game. How about that? That's a sophisticated gentleman. That's a gambler.
I can't understand the first thing about craps. I walk up to it, people try to explain it to me, and I go, nope. And I'm sure if I actually focused for a second and went, all right, show me what's going on here. What is this? I could probably get it, but I just can't. It doesn't hold my interest. I don't know why.
I love craps. There's nothing better than when you get J-Seb's brother was great at this. He's got the gambling bug. There's nothing better than when you get a hot craps table and everybody is just screaming and rooting for every single roll of the die.
You ever get hot craps?
I got him right now, my man. I'm telling
you might want to head to the yard.
Yeah. Hello to everybody joining us live and a little late. Leisha and Pammy, welcome in everybody.
Yep, thank you guys for joining us. All right, so Hunter's laptop. Where were we?
Hunter's laptop. By the way, I'd also go to the poker table. I love.
Yeah.
You get a hot run at poker. I feel like sometimes when if I go and sit for 3 or 4 hours, I can cover my trip. If you get at a nice table where you get a couple of stupid people and you just kind of sit there but that's a boring way to spend your time a lot of the times.
Mm-hmm.
You pick up a couple of big hands, you can kind of walk away with like $600-$700. There's your couple of rooms. There's your rooms for a couple. What?
When did you ever win $600-$700 at poker?
It happened once. 1 out of 87 times.
All right, then that's more like it.
No, but I've hit a couple of times. I've gotten a couple of. I had a table once. I went with Cuddles. It was one idiot after the next, and I'm literally sitting there going, I don't even know how I was fucking pulling pots in off of everybody. I felt so huge. Paid for the whole weekend. Yeah,
when you have the confidence and everybody's kind of first timer and they're not sure what to do and they sit down and it's like, yeah, it's like, all right.
I got lucky. I had a lucky soft table. Not unlike our the other Anthony we know. This guy fucking wins every time he sits down at anything. I can't stand
unbelievable.
Oh, drives me nuts. I hate people with good luck that aren't me.
Bastards.
All right, so Joe Biden doesn't have good luck. More emails coming off the laptop. The latest one here that they discovered is that there was a couple of emails that came in from Joe Biden to Hunter's laptop. The messages occurred in October of 2016 and November. This is when Joe was vice president, before he was president. And the message came using an email address that had the username of 67 Stingray, which is a reference to the 1967 Corvette Stingray, which Joe has obviously been photographed in numerous times. Those photographs are pretty popular.
Okay.
But the name that was attached to Biden's 67 Stingray account was Peter Henderson. So he would the name of the email was 67 Stingray, but he would kind of be like, oh, Peter Henderson,
Okay.
And that name, Peter Henderson, do you know who that is?
No.
Okay. Peter Henderson is a KGB spy in Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan series. So he was using a Russian spy alias.
A made up movie Russian spy, right?
Well, Tom Clancy's an author. Books came before the movies. So
you said what's it
reading
called?
Sometime.
I read more than you, buddy. Take it easy.
Jack Ryan was a book before it was a movie.
Okay. I mean, You're an ass.
You left that fastball hanging. Don't yell at me for turning on it, putting it over.
First of all, shut up. Second of all, keep going.
But yes, from the Jack Ryan series. So he was signing his fucking things, Peter Henderson, a KGB spy, from the books. So don't you find that a little?
That's weird, and we know it was definitely Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's confirmed multiple times. What?
What was the content of the emails?
There was a couple. The first one. Let me see here. The first one, he was forwarding a YouTube video to Hunter and brother Jim, daughter-in-law Haley, as well as his sister and longtime political strategist Valerie Biden Owen. So that was a YouTube video. Unclear whether or not it was the AOA podcast. Not sure. We'll see. The second one in November of 2016. He was forwarding a Forbes story about how demographic trends spell trouble for China and Russia, but indicate prosperity ahead in the U.S.
Okay.
And then the third one came on January 3rd, 2017, weeks before Biden left the White House. And the message said, "Keep in touch. Love, Dad." So kind of how we knew
that one's gonna. Yeah. I mean, what? Okay. There's nothing really bad in the email. Didn't seem right. What was the? I didn't hear the first one was what again?
It was a YouTube video, then a Forbes article about Russia and China.
Okay.
And then a emotional email about keeping in touch. Love, Dad.
Okay, what the YouTube video was negative against Russia and China.
No. YouTube video, we don't know what it was. Forbes article was about Russia and China.
Okay. All right. So it's not like
using
he sent
a
them
KGB alias from a Tom Clancy novel.
From a novel.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, is it the greatest thing? No, but it's
really not. And I think it hurts because he's all like, I don't know what my son was doing. That gag.
Yeah, but he could still email his son.
Yeah, it wasn't like he wasn't in touch with him. By the way, we didn't talk about this the other day. We didn't have time. But this fucking Hunter Biden, you remember he was banging his brother who died's wife? Remember that?
Vaguely.
Yeah. His brother Bo died of brain cancer. They get a tumor, right? So he starts nailing his wife, which is disgusting enough. But then they had a falling out. And then we could see in some emails that he was screaming at her because I guess she kind of stopped responding to him. But he was like, "You need to go get tested for AIDS." He was screaming at her in emails, like in all caps, like, "You need to go get tested."
Jeez, this Hunter, man. Come on.
Not good, right?
So where's all this info about emails and all this stuff coming from? Who's like the FBI has the laptop.
Yep. But the laptop has been out. But there's, I don't know, 50. I mean, how many thousands of emails? I mean, let me look right now. I could look. I'd see how many. I have 966 emails right now. You know what I mean? So, like, you're talking about somebody's laptop over the course of years. You're talking about tens of thousands of emails,
right?
That he's got.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a lot to go through. That's why they're kind of all slowly coming out. But I think your shock comes from the fact that if you go on to CBS, NBC, MSNBC, CNN, you'll find one of these articles, but they're kind of getting buried. It's not like they're on the above the fold as the first story when you click onto these sites. It's not like Wolf Blitzer starting his show with these things. They're not talking about it. Nobody's talking about it.
Well, they're talking about it, but not subject number one.
Right. If there was an email from Don Jr. suggesting that a girl go get an AIDS test, you couldn't shake a dead cat without hitting that, in the headlines. People would be going. It would be front page on the New York Times. It would be, the lead story on CNN for weeks on end. It would be all over the place.
I agree, but I think part of it, I'm not saying all of it, but I think part of it is that the difference, and I'm not defending either one, Hunter or Trump, what's his name?
Don Jr.?
Don Jr. I'm not defending either one, but I think the difference is Don Jr. always sticking his nose into politics and in the spotlight and at the rallies and doing all this shit. Hunter, you don't hear from him almost ever, except for this laptop stuff.
Okay, so he's not vocal on Twitter. Does that make him?
No. I'm saying I said he's not. I'm not defending them. All I'm saying is the reason I think. What?
You're not defending them, but the reason why you say it's okay is.
No, I didn't say it was okay.
Okay.
No.
Go
I
ahead.
said the reason Don Jr. gets attacked more is because he's out in the front in the spotlight more. Hunter
is it that, or
is way back and is not in the spotlight, as he's not putting himself in the spotlight anyway.
Well, is it that, or is it that the entire mainstream media is left leaning and they hate Trump, and so anything those kids
that doesn't help. Yeah,
they shit all over him. Meanwhile, this guy is probably the biggest liability this country has right now, and nobody seems to give a shit. Like nobody cares.
I mean, they're investigating it, right?
Yes, that investigation is moving slower.
Every investigation is moving slowly. How long is the January 6th investigation?
Do you want to know when the Hunter Biden investigation began? You want to take a guess?
Tell me.
2018. That's 4 years ago. That's 2 years.
Yeah, that's a long
Joe
time.
Became president.
So what? Let's bring it out. Let's go investigate it.
Well, today the Republicans on Capitol Hill said, "Why isn't there a special counsel by now? Like, how is there not a special counsel?"
I agree. There should be a solid special counsel investigation about Hunter Biden, and he's absolutely his laptop, everything.
Yeah,
but you have to investigate. Investigate him, investigate everything, and I think that's only fair. They investigated Trump. They investigate Biden as well. I don't care. Just get it all out in the open. I don't care.
This is bad though, and I love Robin. Robin. This made me laugh. I'll never vote for Hunter Biden again.
There you go.
That's funny, but here's the thing though. It's bad. It is bad just having him connected to the most powerful man. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Because you don't know, again, with his artwork and all that other shit, what he's doing.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely, 100%
and that's
agree.
Bad, and that's dangerous.
They
and
should
here's
also
the other thing.
Investigate Trump's kids making hundreds of millions of dollars while Trump was in office, and they had Ivanka had a seat in the White House, had a position on his in the government, and was also raking in hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, why was she able to? What were those deals? I mean,
you're not going to get any argument out of me on that one.
Investigate everybody. I don't care.
But here's the thing, though. And I feel like a lot of Democrats aren't really thinking about this with all of this stuff that is coming out. Because if you remember this story, the Post reported this story like a week or so, or 10 days before the election. So, going into the election, for the most part, Trump didn't really have this in his pocket. If you put Trump back on a debate stage with Biden 2 years from now, with all of this, he's going to get destroyed.
It's not going to be good for Biden.
He's going to get, come on, admit it. He's going to get.
I said it.
If Trump
you admit it.
can keep his wits about him, it is going to be the worst massacre that we have ever seen.
See, but I understand that. But Trump has a way of not debating like a person. He comes out like a baby, and he'll start screaming and shouting and going, "Oh, yeah, that's what you think." He starts talking like, like he's in a schoolyard. It's like, no, this is not how you have a debate. You wait your turn. And if you want to do it intelligently, you you can. He could probably destroy Biden in a debate if he wanted to. But he's such a huge child that he steps all over everything he says. He sounds like a third grader. And, he gets all flustered and, wrong. And he starts being a giant bully. And he comes off like a dick.
I agree. He's a big fat meanie, but I don't think that's going to make much of a difference. I mean, I would love it if he didn't spike the football, but
I think Biden has just as much to throw back at him. It doesn't matter.
He, you know what? He better be ready then, because did you see the thing he did yesterday when he was stumbling over accommodating the Russian oligarchs, and then I forget what the other thing he said was. Klepto. He invented a word, kleptocracy or whatever the hell. He couldn't get kleptocracy.
I didn't see it. I didn't hear this.
It was really bad. Like it wasn't just a stuttering thing. Like it was like he looked really, really bad. Like really bad.
Hey, I'm all for. I would love an AOC Trump debate. I would love to see that.
AOC
versus Trump.
I didn't put AOC on the rundown, but we can talk about her. She's kind of trending right now. Did you see her little thing?
No, why?
All right, let's go. We'll add her in quickly right here, but I have to get to this comment from Bird. Freak of nature. She's wondering if she's a freak of nature because her email box is empty. I would say yes.
Yeah, that is pretty weird.
I would say the amount of people, OCD people, anal retentive people, all those people, you put them all in a pile. What's the percentage of Americans that are sitting there with an empty email box right now? I would say, forget percentage. I would say 14.
Well, here's the exception. I think that if it's your work email, that's probably is it. I want to know if this is Bird's work email or if it's her personal. Because I feel like a personal email might not be as cluttered. You could delete a lot of stuff, and work email. I feel like that's where all the stuff. That's where all the saved things, and you don't want to get rid of the stuff. I think the work email piles up more than the personal.
I gotta tell you something. I gotta get my email under control. So first of all, I just assumed. I'll wait for her to clear this up. I just assumed that it's both because I have my work email, like I have podcast email and personal email coming all funnels into my mailbox on my phone.
Look at this.
So
work, personal, network, all in one, and I'm a business owner. That you run a tight ship.
That's freakish. The business owner, she might be the only one on the planet. Might be the only one.
Yeah, that's pretty efficient.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Just so everybody knows, we are officially JSAB's second podcast choice because she's already hosted one for the day. And now we're number 2. What up, JSABs?
I'm sorry, and honestly, I have such a headache. I'm such on an adrenaline high right now. Like, you ever get those adrenaline headaches or no?
An adrenaline headache? No, I've had adrenaline get rid of a headache.
Yeah, I've never had an adrenaline headache.
It usually gives me a headache.
Is it like a caffeine thing?
No.
Did you have a lot of coffee? No.
No, from the other podcast. Sorry, guys. you
know what? Wait, did you say other or better? I couldn't hear you because I think you meant to say better.
Other. I didn't say better.
Where's your fancy new mic?
It's right here. You can't hear it?
No, I can hear it.
No. Sounds like you're not using that mic.
It looks far away. I can hear it though. I can hear you.
I'm definitely using it.
I don't think it's plugged in.
I don't think it's plugged in either.
Well, that's what she said.
It's not plugged in, but that's okay. I can hear you just fine.
Well, welcome to podcast number 2.
All right, so JSAB is here. Was this a Star Legacy thing?
Yes, so it was a medical one. So I feel like it drains me because I have to pretend
actually
to be smart.
care about what you're talking about.
Yeah, right.
We don't care about what we're talking about mostly.
Did you talk to another elderly doctor?
Oh my God. You know what I just did? I just went to my husband in the shower and I'm like, oh, I think I really did good tonight, right? I said that to him and he's like, oh, you always do good. And I'm like, shut up. You don't mean that. I'm like, I have to see what Dr. Blah, blah, blah says. And he's like, what? And then I'm like, he's like, what? And I'm like, what would you do if you found out I was having an affair with him?
Jeez.
Or what would you do if I had one with him, is what I said.
Mm-hmm.
What did he say?
He just continued washing his penis with his soap, and that was it.
Hot. Tell me more about that.
That's what he would do. There's your answer.
Mm. So this man peeked at a girl's ass 34 years ago, and you still have not forgiven him for it.
Nope.
And you're asking him, hey, if I go fuck another guy, how mad would you be?
Nope. Oh,
got it.
Oh, I didn't say it would be physical. It would probably just be totally.
What would an affair be?
Emotional affair.
There you go.
If you just write him, that's just called being a pen pal. That's not an affair.
Okay, what if we met and
you have dates, but you're not
right.
physical with each other.
Let me clear this up for you. Mutual masturbation is an affair. Okay, that's an affair.
Shit. Then I've definitely had one before.
Oh boy.
As soon as a private part makes an appearance, it's an affair.
I think when the nipple makes an appearance. Seinfeld.
I was just going to say that. I really was because I know that one.
So who is this doctor? Is it anybody famous or is it not anybody? Was it Fauci?
Is it Dr. Scholl's?
Oh, Pepper?
No.
Dre.
It's the same. God, you guys are just going down.
Feel good?
Oh my God.
Demento?
No.
And I've got to go. It is the doctor who
McStuffins?
Oh, I like her.
That's a good one.
Emmett Brown?
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, I'm thrown off by Brian's comment. J Sabs, your hair smells wonderful tonight. How does he
I would check under your table.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I'll tell you what, J Sabs clearly looks better than she normally does for our podcast.
Yeah, you definitely you did something. The lighting, even. I mean, look at this. You went all out for this other podcast. Either that, or you're filming your OnlyFans after this.
Yes and yes.
Okay.
Well, I did something different to my hair, but not for tonight. I, got my highlights, and I also got a haircut.
Jesus, we can't even get you to show up on time to ours. This is unbelievable.
I know, man. I'm a terrible person because of that too.
Frank, you better get your degree. You better get your doctorate if you want to. If you know.
If you
Why do I have to do that?
Well, because I'm not going to do it. You know that.
Yeah.
No shot there. All right. So anyway, was it a good interview? Was it? All right. Let me ask you this, because this got you in trouble here last time. Did you at least mention this show at all?
No.
You're
It has
such a
nothing.
prick.
Was it Doc Martin?
Oh my God.
Was it Doc Gooden?
You guys, this is worse. Oh God. And Sasquatch is back. Gonna take J Sabs to the woods.
Oh boy.
Do what? That is a fantasy of mine. How did he know that? Sasquatch?
I don't know. Did
Have you
talk
ever
about
seen
this?
Harry and the Hendersons?
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
What your fantasy is Harry and the Hendersons?
No. A fantasy would be maybe me getting dragged out of a cabin by a Sasquatch, and then him having his way with me. What?
That's they're like, that's not a person. That's not human.
What happened to you?
Oh, I
What's
know.
happening here?
Yeah. What happened to you during those prime, growing up years?
Boy.
I was with the guy who stared at all the girls' ass. That's what happened.
Oh my goodness. Give that cord a jiggle there, J Sabs. Let's see if we can't fix this like we did the other day.
I think it's not plugged into your phone all the way.
Yeah, you jiggled by the phone. Give the phone a jiggle. The cord by the phone.
By the phone.
Well,
not
I don't even want to tell you what I'm doing right now because you're not going to be happy.
Oh my god.
Oh God. What? You brought it up.
What?
She said.
I'm not even using my phone right
Holy crap.
now.
I
You
knew
feel like you knew it.
I knew it because it looked very different.
It does look
looked
different.
Very different.
So for our podcast, you use your cell phone.
Frank, let me clarify. Let me fix what you're saying. An uncharged cell phone.
An uncharged cell phone.
Yeah.
For this other podcast,
Yes.
you get what? A laptop?
Yep.
You have a laptop. You did your hair. You got the lighting all
I always
nice.
do my hair. I just got a haircut.
No, you got highlights and stuff. You said, right?
Well, it wasn't for the podcast. It just yesterday. I just,
Yeah, that was a coincidence.
Yeah.
Brian wrote. It was. I swear to God, it was a coincidence because my girl said she had an opening, and I'm like, all right, I'll come.
That's what she said.
Wait.
That's what Jay said 45 minutes ago.
Hold. Wait. Hold on.
What? You got to watch something else?
No, I want to tell you what I am. To some.
What are you?
To some people.
Oh boy.
I'm not responsible. I'm not punctual. I'm not respectful.
You can't.
And I'm not better prepared.
You can't go. When the negative comments on YouTube.
Are you starting with this?
You can't give it. You can't get sucked into them because they're not gonna. It's not gonna turn out the way you want. It's just gonna make you more mad.
Oh,
so
I know.
You got to ignore them.
But the thing is.
Well, okay, hang on. You can't start talking about
look
this.
At this guy.
He's ready to go.
Who actually went to City Hall with this broad? Does he mean me?
What?
Yes. Unless you were talking about City Hall before.
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
What are you talking about?
Someone said this in the chat. Please, Morton.
Please, Morton. Please be nice. Oh, please, Morton. I'm not being mean. Just honestly baffled. Is what he's saying. We're talking in the chat here. Okay, so fan feedback.
This is why it's hard. Go ahead.
Let's bring it back in.
Go ahead, Frank. Start from the beginning.
Yeah. So okay. So you saw this fan feedback on our last video, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you chose to engage this person.
I know. Why did I do that?
You can. That's your choice. You can do that, but I feel like once you drop your mic. That's it. You just, you ignore them after that. Unless it's up to you.
They got mad at you because you don't start the show with us, which is okay.
It's part of your charm.
Yes, J Sabs comes when she can and
that's what she said.
When she can, and yeah, we all know. Frank and I both know what J Sabs does, so we're happy to have her when she's here.
But I am definitely not punctual. Like that, I'll give.
And that's okay.
You know that in real life too.
But
that's true.
Sorry, bro.
Very true.
Sorry, bro.
But that's okay. For this show, it's a nice. You come in certain times, you leave at certain. Whenever.
Well, here's a fun fact. This is a fun fact. Frank and Jean have actually never hung out because Jean comes too late and Frank leaves too early, so they've never actually seen each other. So
I don't know how tall you are in real life.
It's been years.
And I definitely always come too late. But and Frank always definitely comes too early.
Hey. That was mean.
All right,
so anyway,
somebody, go ahead.
I'm sorry. The chat is going really fast tonight.
Stop reading it. Just talk to us.
Talk to us. She's got the laptop now. The screen's bigger. She can see us and the chat, and it's killing us.
This is why I never wanted to do. This is why I didn't want to read.
New world.
This is why we did a podcast for 2 years without reading the chat.
Now we bring the chat in. It's totally distracting.
Yeah.
So so this person said something. People are going to have their opinions. When 99% of the people like you and 1% goes, this person, you got to focus on the 99%.
I'm waiting for someone in the chat to be like, it's 98, 97, 96.
No.
No, it's okay. But I'm definitely not punctual. I'll give that person.
That's all right. No one said you had to be.
But do you want to tell the whole story of what you told me, or do you want to, or you don't want to get into any of that?
No, because I'm waiting for it to what I want you to do.
Okay. Oh, you want me to react first? I figured we would talk about it. We'd be open with everybody.
Should we talk about it, or do you not want to?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, J Sabs mixed it up with. I am unaware of any of this until 2 seconds before the show started. I just get a screenshot and a message from J Sabs demanding a ban. And I thought that was a pretty big move. I mean, we haven't banned anybody in a while.
I feel like you ban people like it's a bodily function. You just ban.
Well, for a while there, do your research got you automatically banned because it was 17 hours. fucking rating shit. Then I come on here for one asshole to
Oh,
not
for
like
you.
what they hear and go, oh, do your research. Then you're fucking out. That's it. That's all it
See, you're allowed to ban people.
Well, I mean,
J-Sab's asked for one thing.
well, that's just utter stupidity and worthy of a ban. Plenty of people shit all over me, and I don't say they don't get banned. You don't get banned for shitting on.
We wouldn't have an audience if we banned everybody that shit
Yeah.
all over you.
Yeah. Now I don't know what this person said other than what Janine showed me. So I don't really know what happened there. I don't even know if I got the beginning, the end, the middle, if that's everything.
I didn't send you everything because I was on the other Q&A. Sorry.
You're on the other podcast.
I mean, other podcast, not other Q&A, because this is not a Q&A. Unless you want to make it a Q&A.
No, Q&A show is for the members only. That's the next members only show.
Ooh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
We got to talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
So become a member. There are a lot of people in the chat right now that are members. Let's see, Bird, Robin, Brian, Lisa. Thank you, guys. Just click on the join button below the video on YouTube. Little highlighted button says join. 3 different levels that you can choose from.
Well,
You choose.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay.
I was going to say, I can't wait for this because since, I'm so private and I don't tell anybody anything, I'll open up just for this one.
That's what the Q&A is going to be all about. You can ask us anything.
Anything.
Yep. So you join. It's only for members.
Wait.
What?
Is it a Q&A or an
Ask us anything?
An ASA? What is it?
Ask us. AUA. What is it?
No, ask AMA. Ask me anything.
Oh, ask me anything. Okay, ask me anything. Whatever you want to make it. That's your call. You can leave it to the chat. Is it a Q&A or is it an AMA?
Oh, hold on. I'm going to cough. I don't want to get in trouble.
So the only way to get in on this and to get your question asked and to ask your question to us would be to become a member. If you're not a member, you won't be able to see this show. This episode, the coming up. So join is 3 different levels of membership. You got the what's it called? Any membership you choose will get you access to these shows, right? You don't have to be in the highest level in order to get access. So check it out, see which one's right for you. Join, and you get exclusive content. So
you got Viola, and you got.
That's what she said.
Those are the levels.
We got to get a Viola sound clip.
I know, we do.
We could get it from when you said Viola, the original Viola.
The original Viola.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be good. So join, and we'll do a Q&A or an AMA.
All right. I'd like to return to emails while we have J-Sabs. How many emails do you have right now, J-Sabs, in your inbox? Because we learned that fucking Bird is running a business, personal email, and I don't even know what network is. I don't even know what that is, but she's in that too, and she's got 0 emails right now. I don't know any other business owner that is sitting at 0 emails. I told you I'm sitting at 966 right now.
It's a lot.
That's a lot of emails.
I have a question.
By the way, that's not only emails, that's also Gmails, just for the record.
Question for her.
967. I got another one.
Those are unread.
These are unread. By the way,
That's
14 missed calls and 3 text messages at the moment.
And you didn't even check. The 14 missed calls, you didn't even look who called you.
I don't give a fuck.
That's what that little number means. That means that you didn't even check it.
All right.
You
want to know?
I can't see it, Frank.
What's weird is I can't see how many I have. It just says I have.
That's because you don't have a real phone. You have a rotary phone.
Get an iPhone.
Yeah, get an iPhone.
I wish you two would stop picking on me. No, but I have my work email and I have my personal Gmail, and I do have a ton in my Gmail. I'm not gonna lie, it's in the thousands.
Thousands?
That I just it's all just stuff that I've read and I just haven't deleted or haven't shuffled into other mailboxes.
Hang on. Jay Sabs needs a mic that looks like a penis, then she'd be punctual. I believe that.
Definitely.
She might not turn the camera on though.
What do they call it? The carrot and the stick? Is that what that is? That's basically what she's expressing there.
Get on it.
How many
Without
emails you got,
Anthony.
J Sabs?
Take a guess.
400.
I have 57,893.
Get out. You might somebody check on Bird. See if she's okay.
Holy crap.
I don't know if she survived that one.
Oh my God.
57,000. Can you hold that up? Or is it on your computer? You can't.
Oh, I can hold it up. Well, I'm not on my computer, remember?
No. No, I didn't know if you were reading your emails on the computer. Hang on. You're not showing your actual email address, are you?
I don't care.
Oh boy.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Don't do that. You're gonna get some weird shit. I can't. All right, it's not worth it.
Right,
We believe
take
It
you.
your
won't.
word.
It won't let me. It won't let me without.
Oh boy. Good luck. Buckle up, J Sabs.
Somebody's gonna have to do some post-show editing. Here.
Okay, here. Post show edit. Oh my God, this stupid thing. Go ahead.
We believe you. We believe you. 54,000 and change. Yeah, that's a lot.
Dear God.
Is that
Yeah.
all unread or is that just total?
That's unread.
Oh boy.
So when the pandemic happened, when it started, March 2020, I stopped receiving emails because I had no space. And I'm like, I got to do something about this. So what I did was I made, I put my Gmail into actual Outlook, separated by category, and then I started deleting. And at that point, I had over 130,000 emails unread.
That's crazy.
So I had more.
All right, Lisa G in the chat. I win 90,617.
Dear Lord.
That's insane.
That's too crazy.
Jesus.
So when I always say the same thing, like, oh, I'm gonna stay on top of this, I'm gonna stay on top of it. Then it goes to 900 something, and then I just go in and I just mark everything red to get down to 0. And then it
But they're still in your inbox. It's not like they're gone. They're just marked as red.
I don't even mind that. I just hate that little red thing just staring at you, like
the number. Just
Like,
that's
here I am,
annoying.
lazy.
That is kind of annoying.
But I have to do it again. I know I have to do it again. So
Do what again?
go through my email.
Oh yeah. If I did that though, it'd be a whole day just going through and deleting.
Bird just sent this over. I didn't even know what this was. I was so confused. I guess this is what it looks like when you're down to 0 emails.
I've never seen that before in my life.
That's
Did you know
hilarious.
you get a little picture, the little flag winning image there? That's crazy.
Nice. That's a little bonus.
Who knew that happened?
That's a beautiful thing.
That's crazy.
So what actually a part of my job at my last job was to keep my boss's email, and
How'd that go?
Besides being very interesting on certain things, he's a zero inbox type of guy. I mean, like, he doesn't want to see emails that he doesn't have to see. So I would have to go through all the emails and decide which ones he needed to see, delete, unsubscribe, because he never used a personal email. He used his work email as his work email. I mean, he never used personal things. He never did personal things on his work email.
Hillary Clinton taught me that.
No, he always did personal things on his work email. So
it's not good.
No,
shouldn't do that.
And for 15 years or whatever it was. So that's like a lot of stuff to go through.
Miss Justice has a good point. Why don't you just delete them?
Me?
You're not going to anybody. If we're not going to, if they're just sitting there, we're not. I actually went through and I decided, I wanted to see how long it would take. So I highlighted 100 or 200 emails, and I hit delete. It took 10 minutes for it to delete.
Yeah.
On your phone?
I'm like, oh God, no, my laptop.
Then
the thing is, go ahead. The thing is, the best way to do it is you have, excuse me. You have to sort by sender and then just delete that group. Just delete that sender.
Then
But
the
you could
sorting
also-
takes forever.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets clogged up,
Mm.
especially when you're in tens of thousands.
What I was gonna say was, you ever get into? I've gotten into this mode where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be on top of this. I'm gonna unsubscribe.
Yes.
And I'm gonna do all this and that. But then it becomes a full-time job unsubscribing from stuff.
That's why I took the time during the pandemic, because I was just home and I was like, well, it's going to be 2 hours of doing this. So just do it. Got one kid on my tit, I'm good. My husband on the other one.
Good Lord.
I was waiting for you to say that. But
Yeah,
give me a chance, Anthony.
We weren't going to say that.
I missed it all.
I don't think we were going to say that. What's the next topic?
Next topic.
I'm getting nervous.
James Corden leaving late night. I'm shocked by this.
He'll be fine though. He'll do some internet.
But me too.
Anybody, all that he.
I'm not worried about him. Why are you consoling me? I don't give a shit.
All right, take it easy.
Like, it'll be fine. I'm like,
all anybody tunes in for him for anyway is carpool karaoke, and he could do that anyway.
That's true. They did start doing it without him. Remember when he sold that show to Apple? And then, like, season 2, they were like, you know what? We don't even fucking need James Corden anymore.
He's the one, and to be honest, I love the whole carpool karaoke thing, but him singing was the worst part about it. Because, you got the super mega singer sitting in the passenger seat, and you get James Corden, and they play their music, and they're singing along to it, and then James Corden's like shouting over everything, and it's like, no, I don't want to hear you. Oh. I want to hear the singer singing it.
No.
You want to hear James Corden do it?
Yes, because you know what? He knows, he knows all the words. He knows it all, and he's into it.
I am not doubting.
I do like when he sings. I do.
I don't want to hear him sing though. I want to hear he's sitting next to Lady Gaga, and Lady Gaga singing to her own stuff, but it's live. It's unfiltered, and it's her singing.
No. I
don't want to hear James Corden shouting over Lady Gaga.
No. You know what? I think that they like it. And you know what? Not for nothing, he's a good guy. He's not a, at least from, people that I know in the industry. He is not. In the
industry?
Yes. He is not.
Well, that's good. That's always good to hear.
Yeah. And
I think J Sabs is right. I think they do like it. Because then I think that those singers don't have to worry about sounding shitty because they're like, oh, he's singing, so I'm gonna sound decent no matter what because I'm next to him.
Yeah, but I don't think he's ever had anybody on there that you'd have to worry about. Everybody sounded good. They're all stars that sound good, and it's not like it's any washed up person that you never hear from. They're all pretty famous, popular people.
Honestly, though. Adele was the last one I could remember doing it, and that was 3 years ago. Or was he just not doing it during the pandemic?
Maybe that. Yeah, because he just did one recently. I think it was
Camila
Nicki Minaj. Didn't Nicki
I thought it was okay. Maybe I don't know.
One of them. But they always sound pretty good. Whenever they do it. I don't know.
Okay, here's 2 things I'd like to address on this though. One, I'm worried for charming, chubby Englishmen because they don't last long. We had Ricky Gervais, and then he lost all the weight. Then we got James Corden, and now he's leaving. So who's next? We always got to have a little chubby Englishman around.
Chubby Englishman. Do we know any other chubby famous Englishmen?
I don't know, but we need a third one. And now here's the other thing too. Here's what pissed me off. So the story leaked the day before. What was it? Wednesday? Was it Wednesday? No. The story leaked Thursday.
Yesterday.
And then it was James Corden's going to address it Thursday night in his monologue. I, of course, didn't bother tuning in, but I went online. He didn't address it during his monologue. He addressed it when he was sitting behind the desk, and he didn't fucking say anything. He just said he was leaving.
Yeah.
You have to tell us why. You can't just be like, oh, I'm going to leave. You have to say why you're leaving.
Yeah, unless there's some kind of weird thing in his contract where he's probably going to do something, but he can't talk about it yet. Then say
it has to be something because he announced he resigned, and then everybody cheered, and he was like, wait, hold on. And then he said that he was leaving, but he didn't say why he decided to leave. It doesn't make any sense. But he did say this wasn't his final destination.
Oh, he's not done. I mean, he's a young guy. He's still out there. I'm sure he's going to do more stuff. I mean, he's in movies.
Can I be totally honest though? That annoys me a little bit.
What?
Because every person that has ever had that job, that is all they have ever wanted to do.
Yeah, right.
And
that's true.
They always, and the reason why they leave is either because they got the better late night job, or they're so fucking burnt out from doing this job that they literally cannot take it anymore.
So that's the only reason. The only reason you should ever leave is if you're burned out or almost dead.
Yes. That's the kind of pedigree I want in my late night hosts. I want them to suffer for this, be miserable in their lives, have everybody they know around them hate them, and then just leave just prior to a murder-suicide. That's the way it should be.
Wow,
that should be in their contract.
Yes.
What if he's getting a better deal somewhere?
Do a better deal doing what? That motherfucker wants to be in movies, and then fine. Then go be in movies. But that's what you should have been doing instead of hosting a late night show for the last 8 years.
Who are you to tell people what order to do things? What if he wants to host the thing first and then get into movies?
I hate it. And by the way, he was in Cats. Let's not forget that. I'm not quick to forgive. Okay, a lot of shit movies, if you ask me.
Yeah, the only other movie I remember him in was Into the Woods.
My computer's dying. I thought I had 8. I don't know why. It's plugged in, but it's not charging. Sorry.
Oh, boy.
This is why I don't use them. Well, what the hell? Oh, if I broke this, oh my God, my husband's going to kill me. He's going to kill me. Oh my God, now I'm getting nervous.
Not for the sex with doctor thing, but the computer.
Breaking a charger.
Yeah, the charger. Speaking of leaving TV, Ellen just recorded the last episode of her talk show.
Good.
What's she gonna do now?
I don't know. Yeah, because that's the thing. Once you leave, then where you gonna just have a toxic work environment at home? How does that work?
Is she taking over the late show?
Yes. Let me tell you something about the two of them. Ellen and James were both on the last episode of the new Kardashian show on Hulu.
Really?
Because two of them were guests on their show. And that's what made me like James more, because he was so nice to Chloe. Because she said she gets nervous when she does the shows, not when she's on it, but the aftermath, like what people say about her after. And he came in and he talked to her, and it was just so, he didn't have to. Did he maybe do it for the camera? I really don't think he did. I think he was just like, look at you. You don't have to care. Kind of like what Frank just said to me about that dumb C who was talking to me on there. Like, why do you care?
Frank's your James Corden.
Yeah.
I've never been so insulted in my life. No, I'm kidding.
Sing.
No, nobody wants that.
Wait, hold on, Janine. You did call him a big dancing pussy. So, again, the cat's tie in there.
Me or James Corden?
You and James Corden.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair.
And then Ellen was on it at the end, and I was just, I don't know. Her dancing bothers me. Her dancing has always bothered me. It's not funny. It's not cute. Frank, don't even start smiling at it.
That's funny. No, I'm smiling at what you're saying.
Oh, I just can't take her dancing. I don't know why. I just think it's corny. It's how many years she's been on the air, and it's the same corny dance move. Yes, we know you're an old white lady. You dance like an old white lady, okay?
I've never seen a single episode of the Ellen Show, or whatever the hell it's
Lucky.
called. The only things I've seen of that show is when she scares people, like a compilation of her scaring, people popping up out of the thing. The people sneaking up behind the celebrity,
right,
or popping up out of the thing in the middle. And I think that's it. I've never watched the show.
Well,
to be honest, I never had any interest.
I bet you will get. I'm sorry, Janine. Go ahead.
Who do you think is going to be the last guest?
Oh, good question. That's a great question.
I have an idea.
It could be Kardashian.
No, that was filmed back in October, but
That would be shitty.
It could. I
have a guess. Frank, do you have a guess? You better come up with something because me and Janine have something.
Okay, all right. I have a guess. It's not a good guess.
Yeah, start. You go first because we know yours isn't good.
Right. Her wife, Portia.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's sweet. I didn't think you were going to be that good.
I didn't think it was that good.
Mine's lame, but I'm going to guess Tom Hanks.
Oh,
Why?
wow.
I don't know. I feel like he's in that echelon of last guest, like Billy Crystal, Bill Murray. I feel like you got to be like that.
You got to have a big one to go out on.
Yeah, huge. He doesn't do these things all that often, even though Hanks does a bunch. But I don't know. Hanks is the first thing that came to my mind. What are you thinking, Janine?
Justin Bieber.
Really?
Or Justin Timberlake. Oh,
Listen,
someone else just said Justin Timberlake. See?
Here's the thing with both of those guesses. If they're sitting in the chair, I can't tell who's Ellen and who's Justin Timberlake or Justin Bieber. It's the same person. All three of them.
It's true.
They all look the exact same to me.
It's funny. The same person plays them, plays Bieber and Ellen on SNL.
I believe that.
What's her name? I forget her name.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
Do you know the guy who's doing Trump on SNL is also doing Biden? That's the same guy.
Wow.
The guy who does Biden and Trump is the same guy.
That's pretty talented.
Yeah, the guy's pretty good. All right, I bet you won't get this because this is interesting that Frank said this. Do you know how many years the Ellen show, this version, her talk show, has been on? Nobody will get this right.
Nobody's gonna get this.
Nobody is going to get this.
What do you mean this version? Because she had the comedy.
Not the sitcom.
Okay.
No, not her sitcom.
I'll say 15 years.
15 years. By the way, Jack just arrived at the riverboat, brought 600 with him. Good luck, Jack.
Good luck, Jack.
We're all behind you. Yeah, we're all behind you.
What's he playing? I want to know.
His thing was craps, he was saying.
Ooh. Let me blow on your dice. Let me blow on your dice, jack me off.
There you go.
Yeah, blow into the mic for him.
I like this to replace Corden, Elon Musk. That's big time. I don't think he'll do it because he wants his comments on Twitter, but that Twitter thing falls apart. Maybe we'll get that, Robin. Yeah. Nice one.
22 years.
Got a lot of guesses in the chat. That was DJ Shenanigans guess, 22 years.
DJ.
Robin and I had the same 15 years. Beat My Drum, 18. Bird, 14. Miss Justice, 20. Go ahead. What
Price is Right rules. Beat My Drum gets it. 19 years.
Wow.
Listen to these numbers. 19 years, 4,000 guests, 3,000 hours of TV, 1.5 million audience members. Do you know how much money she's given away charity-wise? According to this.
200 mil. Way more than that. But what?
$450 million.
450 million. That's
a lot of good. I think that's more than Bill Gates has given to charities.
That is pretty good. Yeah. And then what happens? You treat your staff like crap, and it's all.
You make one person smell your farts, and all of a sudden you're a fucking pariah.
Yeah. Why do you think the three of us are in separate houses?
Right,
I would never make. Go ahead.
Speaking of big numbers, you want to take a guess at how many streams Piers Morgan claims he got on his new show where he had Trumpy Trumpkins on in the first week?
First week.
Yeah, Trump was the first. I think it was the first show.
Okay.
Yeah, which by the way, you have to pay. I sent Frank and Janine the link to the Trump interview. Like, hey, if you guys want to watch this, like, it's gonna
hint. Oh, see, I'm not even hint.
And they were like, no. And I'm like,
I watched it.
It's not gonna last forever. It's gonna because you got to pay $5.99 to watch this. Fuck now.
Excuse me. Did I say no? No.
You made fun of me. I didn't think you did it. Did you
watch
it?
We always make fun of you.
Exactly. And also, did I want to watch the first 2 episodes of The Flight Attendant season 2 first? Yes.
Important. Yeah, you got to go priorities, J Sabs.
That's true.
Right.
Flight Attendant first.
See?
And Christine Coulson, I agree. I'm not a fan of Piers Morgan either, but I did watch the interview, and he was, he wasn't as hard hitting as he could have been, but he asked him a lot of softball stuff.
Oh, I thought he. First of all, I thought he was good. I will agree that trailer was
Sinking.
awful.
The trailer was so misleading.
It was very bad.
Unbelievably misleading. I mean, it made it seem like he asked about. Can I spoil some of it? We're talking about it. Can I talk about what happened in the interview or no?
Ruin people's lives. I don't give a shit.
You tell me. I don't want to. If people haven't seen
You
the
said
interview,
spoiler alert. They've had 10 seconds.
All right, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. In the what's it called? The trailer. He said it makes it seem like he asked Trump about the election and how it was all rigged. Blah blah blah. I didn't believe him, and it made it seem like that's why he got up and left. But that is not what happened at all in the interview. He got up and left because they went like a half hour longer than they should have. And the last questions that they asked were the last things they talked about was him golfing.
Yeah, it was stupid.
He didn't leave because of the questions about the election.
Piers Morgan was fucking with a young communications director who knew he wouldn't pull the plug. Yeah. And he was going to ride that out until Trump got up and stormed out, and
that's what happened.
Kind of essentially what happened.
Yeah. He only had like an hour, and they took like an hour and a half or whatever it was. I don't remember the time frame.
Yeah.
But they went long, and he goes, all right, one more question. He kept saying, one more question.
You didn't think he did a good job with the stolen? I thought every point he made was a valid point about stop talking about the last election and start talking about the next election.
He did ask a lot of good stuff. I think what's it called, 50 to 60% of it was fluff BS. That what'd you think of the Queen? And it's like, okay, what's he going to say? That took up like a half hour, the Queen talk and all that stuff.
To be fair, and you might not have known this, but to be fair, the show is in America, England, and
I get that. I
Australia.
understand.
Like it's
no, I get that.
His markets.
I understand that, but I felt like 1/3 of the show was him talking about the time with the that he spent with the Queen.
Yeah, well, he also talked about Harry and Meghan and all that stuff. Because
I know, but that's like little, that shouldn't have been 1/3 of it. It should have been like 5 minutes max.
J-Sebs, what did you think?
Wait, did I think it was too short? Did I watch it?
No, what do you think in general of the whole thing?
Okay, how much did you skim of it?
I did, because I told you I read that whole article before about how he was called into his office at in Florida. I mean, towards the end it got weird because he was so proud of his hole-in-one. That
he talked about that.
But I actually want to watch it. I'm told my husband he wants to watch it too, but we're going to watch it on the big screen, not on our phones, because I can't.
And he calls it uncensored or whatever, but it's not unedited.
Right.
It's definitely not unedited. He calls it Piers Morgan uncensored, but it's not. It might be uncensored, but you could definitely tell it's edited.
Yeah. Which again, I feel is why people prefer podcasts, because I appreciate what Piers is doing here, but he's running it like a cable news show, and it's like don't do it like that. Stop with the fucking crane shots and the huge set that's lit up and moving all around. Just fucking do a show now. Like stop with all the bullshit.
Yeah, and he sits behind a desk with co-host, and then he goes, and this is when I asked Trump about this, and then
that's kind of weird.
Just show us what you got.
Just talk. Yeah, just do the talking.
Just do this.
Just do like what we're doing. Exactly.
That's what people want now. My turn to read the chat from Aussie Annie, my favorite. Appreciate the super chat. What's on the coat rack tonight, Frankie?
What is on the coat rack? That is an eyeglasses case, since I got new eyeglasses. These are
now I feel like an asshole for not knowing that you had new eyeglasses.
This is actually the third show that I've worn these glasses.
Frank, I didn't even know you wore glasses.
Whoops. So yeah, these are brand new for me.
Okay. Now I feel like an ass. This is like when I don't notice my wife gets a haircut now. See what you're doing here?
Oh, did you guys notice I got a haircut? No, you just said I look different because you thought I glammed myself up for the doctor, for hottie doctor.
Don't say you guys. Anthony said all this. I didn't say anything.
You didn't plug the show twice now on another podcast, so I've got plenty of bones to pick with you.
Boom.
64 million online views in the first week, according to Piers Morgan on his new show.
No,
I could see that with the guest. I don't think he'll beat that.
Here's the thing, though. I bet you 63.5 million was just the Trump one. And then that's fucking it. Who gives a shit anymore?
Yeah,
you know
that's what I'm saying.
mean?
He's not going to beat that.
Glory hole glasses.
Glory hole glasses.
Are those glory hole glasses?
I mean, the glory hole glasses have the thing that keeps him from falling. You know, the chain. I don't have that.
All right, please, Morton, bringing up a good point here, and I do like this. Maybe Piers is giving people jobs with all that extra stuff. Yeah, he probably is. But you can.
Oh, I see.
You can still have all that razzmatazz. You still employ people without all that razzmatazz bullshit. You could still fucking do it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a news guy, I guess. That's his style.
Yeah, I mean, you can still employ an editor, and you can still edit packages. Just when you do an interview, just fucking do the interview. Just do it. Like, don't with the back and forth bullshit. You still employ the same amount of people.
And he peppers in some, as they get up and take the mics off. It's like, oh, I can't believe we're hearing this. And they say nothing. So it's like, what do we get?
No. Well, I don't want to spoil it now for Janine, but there was because when Trump told him to turn the cameras off, he did say something.
What did he say? I don't remember.
You didn't hear it? You got it. Yeah, go back and watch it. It's
I was very dishonest.
Yeah. Remember that part where I was like, I don't want to spoil it for J Saps?
She doesn't care. Right? Do you care?
No, I'm taking pictures of myself, so I
She
don't
didn't even hear
know
what we
you just
said. She has no idea what we just said.
All right. I hear a husband was caught cheating on his wife at Disney.
Boom.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stay for this, but I'm going to go after this one.
You ready for?
Okay, with all the viewers. Go ahead.
You ready for this?
Wait, did I hear this? Go ahead.
He was cheating. Hang on. He was cheating with the nanny.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And he took her to Disney.
Here's what Natalie, 33 years old, said. We went to Disneyland in Orlando, took the nanny with us to help with the kids. Let me see here. I was going through old photos and came across more than one where they were a little too close. So you know when they take a picture of you on the ride?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was one where the nanny was like huddled up with the husband.
All right. I mean,
and that's what tipped her off.
So that tipped her off. That wasn't like what she sees as cheating. Because if it's a scary ride and the person kind of does that, that's
yeah, but it's Disney
right?
World. It's not like it's Six Flags. There's nothing worthy.
Well,
let me cuddle with the husband.
Like, what was it? What's the mountain one?
Rushmore?
Yeah, sure.
Space Mountain.
Space Mountain. If you're on Space Mountain, that's scary. And if you're holding on to someone or whatever, I don't know. I wouldn't.
Scary.
But I'm just saying.
I would definitely like to go to Disneyland, Disney World, and go on Space Mountain with this doctor. Thank you.
Oh boy.
Who was hotter, this doctor or the first doctor?
Or the homeless guy?
This is the same doctor. I asked him to come back.
Are you for real? You did the same fucking guest again? Boring.
Because it's a series. So it's different.
You asked different questions?
Yes.
First of all, I watched your first one. It was like 3 hours. I watched intently just to see if you mentioned the podcast. 3 hours.
Oh, God.
Not one. And I can't imagine what you didn't cover in that fucking 3 hours.
Science. Just follow the science, Aunt.
Oh boy, is this guy going to be at the golf outing?
I could just see the chat. Oh, now she believes in science. Now all of a sudden it's science.
That's why I said that.
Is this guy going to be at the golf outing?
If I can convince him to come.
Good question.
Hey-o. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Way to go. Quick on the draw there, Aunt.
So there is no denying that they are definitely the husband's definitely cheating.
Yes.
If I saw my husband, DJ wrote, he was pushing her head down in the picture though.
Yikes. Yeah, that's probably a bad sign.
If this was my husband, I would have made a scene at Disney and I probably would have ended up on someone's TikTok. Like, someone recording me because what?
Yeah, it is kind of like, so it's confirmed though that was.
Oh, they're already divorced. Yeah.
It was they were definitely cheating.
Yeah.
Was it like they knew they were going to Disney, Or was the Disney trip even a secret?
No, they all went together.
They all went as a family. They brought the nanny.
So the nanny was there, sitting next to the husband, and what tipped off the wife was that she jumped into his arms, basically.
Yeah, and I guess there was more than one photo. I only saw the one photo, but she alluded to that there was more than one photo where they were like,
oh boy,
a little too close for comfort.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Not cool at all.
Imagine. What do you think I would have done? What do you think? Like, I would have went nuts.
You would have been on the 6 o'clock news, and you would have been in jail.
Probably.
Yeah.
If you're still bringing up something that happened 30 years ago, and he didn't even do anything, he checked out some girl's ass. You're still bringing that up?
Correction. Wait, it wasn't 30 years ago. It was
28 and a half.
23 years ago.
Okay.
That's a world of difference.
Okay.
Frank. Almost 24 years ago.
Jay, speaking of dirty, Jay Sabs, do you like Dirty Dancing?
I love Dirty Dancing. It is one of my favorite movies.
So is same with Cuddles. I have some news for you. They are making another Dirty Dancing.
How could they do that?
Didn't they just do this?
Well, that was a remake.
Oh.
That was a remake. This is Jennifer Grey's actual character.
Baby.
And where she is in life. What's Baby doing right now?
Well, there's no Patrick Swayze, and there's no Jerry Orbach, so I don't know what we're doing.
People
here.
die in movies, Frank. I don't know.
No, they don't. Everyone lives forever, and you telling me otherwise is just cruel.
Here's the thing. Johnny's dead, and she goes back up to fucking Kellerman's, and she's banging the new dance instructor. Okay? Spoiler alert. That's what happens in this one.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in.
Only difference is this dance instructor trans, so it's for today's audience.
There you go.
I believe Jennifer Grey and Johnny Depp used to date. Yes, they did. They did.
Wow.
He banged her too.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you.
Damn.
This guy.
I'll tell you what. Jennifer Grey is hot as hell. Okay. This doesn't happen often.
Oh, God.
But I'll tell you how beautiful or hot or whatever you want to call it Jennifer Grey is. It's this instance where the hair is like 80% of it. And that rarely happens.
Really?
Yeah. Because straight hair Jennifer Grey, no. But curly hair Jennifer Grey doing the fucking bouncing thing on the fucking dock, in the dance montage, totally hot.
All right. So you're
all about the hair.
So are you going to see this movie, midnight showing?
I have no choice, Frank. I'm married to a woman who's been obsessing over Baby for 30 years. So I'm going whether I like it or not.
Do you think she's running a dance studio and it's called Baby's Corner?
That would be adorable.
Definitely leaving now.
That would be adorable.
I should write this friggin' movie.
Yours was better than mine, where she's dating the trans dance instructor.
We could put the two ideas together. I think that would work.
But here's the thing, though. Does the trans instructor get to join the dance competition as a guy? Very controversial. Because what state is Kellerman's in? I don't really know.
Well,
if it's in Florida, one thing happens. If it's in New York, another thing happens. You know what I'm saying? See where I'm going with this?
No. I think even if it's two men or two women could join the dance contest, right? It doesn't matter trans or not, or man.
Not according to the way the world's turning these days.
Anybody could do anything.
DJ.
Put your mind to it.
Yeah. Let's see.
I think this is. Oh wait, Madison Cawthorne. Do we have to talk about this fucking guy?
Up to you.
On that note.
You don't want to hear about him grabbing his assistant's fucking crotch and shit?
What?
Yeah, he was grabbing he had a dude working for him.
So why did you put he's a legend?
Picture because he's just he is. This is okay.
He's a harasser?
No, because he's a legend because we first heard about this guy because he's like, DC is a sick place, man. I got invited to an orgy. And as it turns out, he's the worst part of Washington, D.C.
The mastermind.
Yeah.
So what? He's not a legend. He's a jerk.
Well, I think I would call that a legend of.
Well,
it's a preposterous legend, but it's a legend nonetheless.
I guess.
Yeah, there was an ethics complaint filed against Madison, who claims he provided thousands of dollars in gifts, housing, and travel to his aide, Stephen Smith, who lives with him, Venmo payments include suggestive messages. We have to redefine suggestive because here's the messages. He paid him on June 25th, 2018, and the caption was, "For loving me daily and nightly."
That's not suggestive. That's actually saying it.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was from Stephen Smith to Madison.
Oh,
The ones
right.
from Madison to Stephen Smith were June 22nd, 2018, the quickie at the airport. Not a lot of room for interpretation there.
Yeah, that's pretty straightforward.
June 21st, 2018, the stuff we did in Amsterdam.
Why is there money changing hands for this?
June 17th, 2018, getting naked for me in Sweden.
It's nice. That's sweet.
Yeah, this guy is a legend. This was the guy, by the way, who goes, DC is such a cesspool. On my first day here, I got invited to a drug-filled orgy. This is the guy.
My question, I know very little about Madison Cawthorne. Is he married? Is he because this seems like this is someone who works for him, the guy?
Yeah, this was somebody who was working for him at the time.
Yeah, see that I mean that just as in an ethics thing is messed up because it's your employee kind of thing. That's not cool. But he's not married, the guy. He's not cheating on anybody.
He has so many scandals piling up. I literally can't even keep track of them. Like, I don't even know. Like, it's insane. He's losing his license. He's fucking, I don't even know how he's still.
Didn't he have this was like the third time he got caught at an airport with a gun, right?
Yeah.
Not too long ago.
That was the other one. Yeah. He got caught at an airport with a gun.
It's like.
Got his license taken away. Now he appears to have violated the stock. I mean, it's just the whole.
Yeah, you can't be messing around with your employees.
Mm-hmm.
No good.
All right, last topic of the show for us here. Paul McCartney brings back John. This was a very awesome moment.
How did he do that?
Okay, so here's what happened.
We talking holograms?
No. It's not a hologram, but Paul didn't tour obviously throughout the entire pandemic. So last night was his first show back. He started his tour in Spokane. He's 79 years old, by the way.
Guy still got it too. If you ever see him live,
still fucking got it. Although that voice, it's weak now.
He's gonna be 80. What do you want?
Yeah, I know. It's still good. So they did the whole show. Comes back out for the encore. They start with "I've Got a Feeling." By the way, came out for the encore like he was waving a Ukraine flag, they were waving an American flag, a British, like they, just totally playing to the audience, just fucking eating it up, just
awesome,
screaming their heads off.
Love it.
They come back, they start playing "I've Got a Feeling," which, if you know that song, it's like 80% McCartney, and then towards the end, John starts singing. I forget what they call that, the anti melody,
the harmony,
not the harmony. No, where it's like you're singing a melody and then he's singing a different melody, but they both kind of intertwine together.
Oh, okay.
They call that something. It's not an anti-melody.
Like when you do the row your boat thing. You start row your boat, and then halfway through the other person starts.
Kind of like that. Yeah. Well, whatever the hell that is. Everybody knows the end of "I Got a Feeling." When he goes, "Everybody, I've had a good year." When John starts singing that part, so he sings the whole song, and then when that part comes on, John comes on the big
like a big monitors,
and he's singing. Yeah,
that's cool.
It's him singing. So it's him singing. They pulled it, the Get Back special that Peter Jackson did. So he pulled all of John's clips and soloed his tracks out. So it wasn't everybody else playing, it was just John, but they were playing live in the arena. So you just heard John come on and sing those parts as they were kind of jamming along. It was really kind of cool.
That is cool. Now, is that, how do you were able to watch that? Is that able to?
Yeah. It's on YouTube. I can't play it, obviously,
right.
But I'll put it in the chat right now so everybody can.
That's kind of cool. To do something like that. I want to see. I haven't seen Paul McCartney live. I saw Ringo live.
Really?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. He does his what's it called?
The
All-Star Band, yeah. And that was awesome. He's on drums, and he's got different members of different groups playing different parts. He had a couple of guys from Toto on stage. He had a couple of guys from this group, that group, and they all played their own, they all played songs from their own bands, and they all played them together. And, they played some Beatles stuff, and that was cool. Saw him at Jones Beach, which was awesome.
Was Todd Rundgren there? Because Todd Rundgren.
I think Todd Rundgren was there, yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking killer. I love him.
Yeah, that was cool.
I absolutely love him. I would like to see that. I never saw Ringo, but I saw Paul, and he was unbelievable. I feel like I've told this before, but I'll say it again because he went up there and played a 2 hour. He played more than 2 hours, but he did 2 hours before he even hit his encore. The guy never took a sip of water. 2 hours.
That's insane.
Never stopped. Never went to like tune a thing or grab it. Like literally, like how they would go back and grab a sip of water, come back,
wipe your face, towel, nothing.
Not once. The guy literally, he would play. They would end a song. He would take his guitar off, walk a foot and a half, meet the guitar tech, put another one back on, walk back to the microphone, and start playing again. And it was fun. And it's by the way, 2 hours of that was almost the whole entire Beatles catalog because all their songs are 2.5, 3 minutes. He's just fucking one right after the other. It was unbelievable.
That is so cool.
Yeah. I strongly
man is talented.
I strongly suggest if you have a chance to see Paul before he stops touring or God forbid dies on this tour, go see him on this tour because you're not going to be sad.
You won't regret going. You won't go. I shouldn't have went to that Paul McCartney show.
By the way, I would have paid $1,000 to go to that show. I didn't pay that, but I would have fucking paid $1,000 to go.
Yeah, it's not only. I mean, are you seeing Paul McCartney, a great musician with great music, but it's like you're seeing a former Beatle, and when to be able to say you saw a former Beatle live doing a show that's amazing.
His band now is the second best band he's ever played in. Like Wings can't hold a fucking candle to the band that he has now. I'm not gonna say they're better than the actual Beatles, but the band he has now is so that drummer he's got, Abe, fucking killer.
Yeah,
the guy is killer. When they do come together, fucking unbelievable. Yeah, he's unbelievably good.
Awesome. Yeah. Got to see him. That's on my bucket list. Miss Justice. I might do a members only video. I'm thinking about doing that. Wow. She's asking, when are we going to hear Frank play? When you hear the theme to this show, that's me.
Yes, that's true.
When you hear the music in the beginning and at the end of this podcast, that is there it is.
This very music signaling the end of the podcast.
That's the one. That is me on all instruments.
Yeah. Frank and I have talked about that though, and just doing a episode where Frank just fucking plays. And
I'd love to. That's fine. I picked up a bass guitar. I'm learning that now.
I think that would be the fun episode is if we just had people shouting out songs and you play them, because people might not know this about Frank because he doesn't really show any sort of talent on this show. Right. He's incredibly talented when it comes to, like, I've seen him go into a music store and pick up a violin, having never played a violin before in his fucking life, and he was playing a song within like 2.5 minutes of fucking being in this place. So
I just love music, and I can't play like the crazy songs, but I could pick up a tune here and there.
You're okay. Let's not make a big fucking deal out of it. I mean, but
you're the one talking about it.
The violin thing was amazing. I hope that everybody comes on during that episode and shouts out nothing but Dave Matthews songs.
I can play some Dave Matthews. Not a lot, but I can.
More than the one that you always make fun of me for.
I could play 2 songs.
All right, that's it for us. Yes, I think we're going to do that one members only show, so that'll be cool. So make sure you join the members only area, because we're going to have a lot of members only stuff coming up. Appreciate you guys all. Thanks so much. Links in the description for Jumpstart Coffee Company on how to become a member. Also on the homepage of AnthonyOnAir.com. Go check that out. See you on the next episode.
Meat potato salad.
Maybe we should go now.
Go ahead.